What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Dragon Ninja. Um, First things first. I wanted to address some of the things I had rewatched the Dragon Ball movie, Brawly, the Dragon Ball Super movie, Brawly, and I've seen one contradiction in there that Super has failed to address, and other YouTubers have even failed to address. Um, you remember in the Battle of Gods where Beerus said he authorized Planet Vegeta's destruction? Where was that in this movie? That's my question. Where was that in this movie? This had it still the movie made it seem like it was Frieza's idea. He had this whole, and then Frieza was real young and all this other stuff in the movie. There's no interaction with him and Beerus whatsoever. There's nothing. Beerus is still in the movie though, 40 years later, but he's not doing anything in the movie, and he authorized Vegeta's destruction. And where is Beerus in this? You have flashbacks of King Vegeta carrying the Beerus. I mean, have it being Beerus' footstool. You had flashback. It was stated in all the other in the manga and all that stuff that Beerus had put Frieza in his place. But where is all of this in this movie? That's supposed to be an origin story of Planet Vegeta, of Kakarot, Bardock, Brolly. Where was Beerus in all of this? If he supposedly authorized King Vegeta's destruction, Planet Vegeta's destruction, where the hell was Beerus? That's what they failed to put that in the story. Why didn't they put that in there? Why didn't they make it tie in to what Beerus said in Battle of Gods? Because I watched the whole beginning of the movie, it still made it sound like it was Frieza's whole entire idea to destroy Planet Vegeta. It still put all the blame on Frieza, when it was indeed Beerus' idea. Why didn't they, if they were going to retcon it, why didn't they do it right? If you're going to screw up Bardock's character, make him seem like he wasn't just totally rebelling and all this other stuff like he did in the first movie, in the TV special. Where the heck was Beerus? That's what I want to know. Why wasn't Beerus involved? I just want to know this because nobody talked about this. Nobody said anything about this. The writers didn't even put this in this. The writers didn't even think about this. He should have been in the beginning talking to Frieza. He should have been King Cole should have been introducing Frieza to Beerus. And they should have been, look, it should have been something where Beerus had a talk with Frieza. Look, where King Cole and Frieza. Look, I want Planet Vegeta destroyed. Y'all have, he should have, and King Cole should have been, there should have been some kind of backstory with King Cole and Frieza dealing with Beerus. Look, we have to answer the Lord Beerus. We're rulers and tyrants and all this stuff, but we have to answer the Beerus. There's one person that we do have to answer to. Because Beerus said he ordered King Vegeta's destruction. He the one told Frieza to do it. Why isn't that in the movie? If it's supposed to be the origin, if he's supposed to be rebooting everything, why isn't that in the story? Why is it not in the story? There's another talking point. I'm going to bring it up because I don't want to. That was one talking point. And Frieza's thing, Frieza's wish. That was just that was a rehash from the Red Ribbon Army arc, because that's the same wish Commander Red wanted. To be a few centimeters taller. Dumbest thing ever. Okay, that was just a rehash from the Red Ribbon arc. Okay, that's just something I wanted to bring in there. There was something else I saw in the. There was something else I saw in there. Vegeta in the movie, in the English dub of the movie. Vegeta said that Goku was the one that brought Frieza back. Ladies and gentlemen, were we not watching the same thing in the Tournament of Power? I'm gonna call this the contradictions of the Brolly movie. And why it doesn't? I'm not. This the whole. It's not an entire. This Brolly doesn't. The Brolly movie doesn't line up with Super, for these reasons here. Because Super, and according to Super, Beerus ordered the destruction of Planet Vegeta, but in Brolly movie, Frieza clearly was in charge here. Okay? None of that was, you know what I'm saying? That was in both the anime and the movie. So there's no excuse here. All this retcon crap, they didn't do it right. They did. If you're gonna retcon something, at least be consistent with it. They're not even consistent with it. Okay? They said Vegeta said Goku brought Frieza back. Goku didn't bring Frieza back, guys. It was Whis in the Tournament of Power. Because Goku didn't even mention bringing him back at the end of the Tournament of Power. Frieza was, matter of fact, Frieza was like, yeah, I'd rather just go back to my hellhole. And Whis brought him back to life. And Beerus authorized it as a token of appreciation for his hard work in the Tournament of Power. Beerus is the one that told Whis to do it. So why was Goku to blame for bringing him back? That's my third thing. You know, my third gripe with this movie. Is it still a good movie? Yeah, I enjoy watching the movie, but there are some things in there that we had to talk about that made it inconsistent with Super. That made it not maybe like look at it sideways. Wait a minute. Doesn't line up. If the new lore is Beerus authorized Planet Vegeta's destruction, why is Frieza still the one calling? Why is Frieza's logic the only one being put to the forefront? Why is there no meeting taking place with Frieza and Beerus? Why is there no introduction of by King Cold with Frieza and Beerus? Why there's no transition any of that? Why is Beerus not even in the middle in that story period, in the origin part of the story? Back then when Frieza destroyed Planet Vegeta, why is Beerus not in the story? That part of the story. Why? If he's the one that authorized it, why is he not in the story at all? Tell me. Tell me, somebody. Please tell me, please. I want to know. I have got to know this. Someone answer this. If you can answer this for me, you probably won't get anything because I ain't got nothing to give you. But I just want to know. Oh, by the way, if we can get this channel to 500 subs, we can start streaming, doing super chats, all that kind of stuff. I can already stream because I've streamed before, but I want to get 500. Just give me 500. We're at 220. Give me 300. And yeah. And now I'll you know what I'm saying, we'll do something. We'll start with 300. We're trying to get to 500. That's the goal. Anything else after that, we'll work it out later. But right now, we're trying to get to 300. Then eventually to 500. That's a short-term goal, and that's a longer-term goal. Yeah, 500 subs. It's the ultimate. It's the halfway ultimate goal. First was 300 though. But yeah. Anyway, if you can answer that for me, please. Why come Beerus wasn't in the beginning of this story, and he authorized Planet Vegeta's destruction? Why was that nowhere in the origin? If it was supposedly retcon, why? because it was brought up in Battle of Gods and it was brought up in Resurrection F. I want someone to tell me this. Why wasn't it in the Brolly movie at all? Like in the beginning at all? That was just completely skipped over. Why did they rehash Frieza to be Commander Red in the Red Ribbon Army arc, to only want to be a couple of centimeters taller? And why was Goku to blame for bringing Frieza back to life, even though it was Beerus that brought him back to life? It was Whis at the request of Beerus. Why? I just want to know those things. That's pretty much it. I just want to know all of that. They left, I just don't get it. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Give me an answer if you know one. If it doesn't make sense, just tell me it doesn't make sense. I agree with you, Dragon Ninja. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's all I had to say for this one. Catch y'all on the next one. Dragon Ninja signing out.